Welcome to the Dog Trainers Podcast, a podcast created by dog trainers for dog trainers or anyone who's ever fallen in love with man's best friend.
Episode 6, Sustaining Balance During the COVID-19 Lockdown.
What are some ways, some practical ways, Mariano, do you think that people could just prevent separation anxiety, prevent codependency, prevent possession and overprotection?
So some practical ways that people can go about this is, you made a great point earlier. When you spend the time with your dog that you should be spending, maybe take them for a walk or play with them in the yard or whatever it is that you're comfortable with doing it, in terms of however much exposure you're looking to have in this time. Once you're done, dogs go potty, dogs get their water, they're good to go, put them away. It's okay, it's not mean of you, and it's definitely an important thing to keep in mind that boundaries are important and they're beneficial for all parties involved. So don't feel bad. I know a lot of people are like, but I'm home, why crate my dog? Mm-hmm. But it's for your dog's learning. It's to make sure that they develop the way that they should and to avoid mistakes that they would otherwise make because they're dogs and it's our job to look out for them. Another practical way would be, one thing that I've had clients do in the past is when they're working their dog, we talk about, duration work, place commands, downstays, things like that, while they're around. And the dog can even be roughly in your vicinity. I mean, if you've got a little placemat in the living room, I don't mind if you're on the couch and your dog's like 5 feet away, as long as they stay put, because even though they're spending time near you, it's not so much indirect because they're currently working on a command. It may not look like much because they're laying still, but every time you get up, every time you move, and your dog has that tendency to kind of like jump up and wonder where you're going or what you're doing. Right. It takes practice for them to remind themselves, oh, you know what, I'm supposed to stay right here. And it keeps the relationship in a certain context of, dad or mom love me very much, but I still have to listen. And expectations still are what they are.
Right, exactly. All right, so I would agree with all of that. The key, guys, again, is balance, and it's a pretty vague term, but balance pretty much means, to me, we just want to prevent our dogs from having an unhealthy expectation of the owner. That is what we're trying to say. Remember, guys, dogs are our family. We love them, but at the end of the day, our dogs need to adjust to our lifestyle, as long as it's a healthy and structured one, versus us having to constantly cater to the dog's insecurities or issues that they may be running across. Right.
Okay.